Hello friends, for my course, web service course, assignment 2, there were some few questions. So in this video, I'll be answering those questions. To create your HTML5 application in NetBeans 8.0.2, I repeat, NetBeans 8.0.2, you need you need to download a few other softwares. So to resolve these dependencies, let's first see what needs to be downloaded on your computer. Open your browser, download Node.js. You require Node.js, Git, and Bower. Right? Immediately in all your exercises which you are going to work upon, you don't require everything. So what I'm going to show you is minimum at least download Node.js and Git. When I started showing the experiment, my laptop was already ready because I had already installed the dependencies and the setup was complete. So for you need, as I had showed in the class before also, you need to start working upon your assignment. Before that, you need to set up the NetBeans such that all the dependencies are available. Download Node.js first. Open the browser, give this URL nodejs.org/download. If your operating system on your laptop is Windows, or depending upon the operating system, select the appropriate installer. So my system is Windows, so I'll be selecting Windows installer. And once it is downloaded, right, it's already here. You just download the installer, open it, and install Node.js on your system. So I'm not going to show you how to install it. Just run this installer and complete the installation of Node.js on your system. Right? After that is done, your path environment variable would be updated. I installed so your Node.js would be added in the path such that there is an npm utility provided by Node.js which has to be in the path. Right? So the path environment variable mostly is updated automatically, but you should always check it out whether your Node.js npm utility is in the path. Right? So my Node.js was installed in C drive program files, and you can see Node.js in Node.js modules. npm is there. In bin, I have the npm utility. Correct? So mostly once this is in the path, when you create your HTML5 application in NetBeans, you have to just resolve the dependency. You have to just install npm, and your HTML5 application will be ready. So once you installed Node.js, I think Bower requires Git to be installed. So right now we won't need this directly, but I recommend that you install Git from this particular location, git.-scm.com/download. And as mine was a Windows system, I'm downloading Git for Windows. And once it is downloaded, install it. I installed Git into my C drive program files, and Git is installed here. I think so once after installation is complete, your path environment variable would also be updated accordingly. So now we are all set. Node.js and Git both is installed on my computer. Let's start, what I recommend is Bower components, whatever is needed. I have provided the research portfolio client module 1, the AngularJS module 1, right? Sorry, module 2. So the AngularJS module 2 is available on Blackboard. I will recommend to just copy the Bower component folder from my application into your application. So I'll show that to you. So right now what we have just completed is we have installed Node.js, we installed Git on our system, and after that we are ready. Just open NetBeans, correct? And this I have provided AngularJS module 2 on the Blackboard. Download it and open that research portfolio client 1 into your NetBeans. I hope you understood. Blackboard, I have uploaded a zip file which is AngularJS module 2, right? In module 2, which covers REST functionality. So download that module. From that, unzip it and open the HTML5 application. My HTML5 application name is Research Portfolio Client-1. Open it in NetBeans. Keep it open. Open along with that. I have provided, or you can use your student portfolio web. The student portfolio web, you can use my student portfolio web, which came with the same package, right? This is your RESTful web service, correct? If you are going to use my RESTful web service, there will be some few changes which needs to be made with the database connection, and So what I recommend is I have provided the zip file within the zip file. I have provided the tables also. So I provided the database. You can import my database into MySQL server. You know how to import it. And once you imported it, you can use my student portfolio web, correct? So in that same AngularJS module 2, I have provided all the three things: the database.sql, which needs to be imported in MySQL Workbench, right? And import my database into your server. Once you've done that, open student portfolio web, which is my RESTful web service application, and also open research portfolio client 1, which is my HTML5 application. These three things should be open, and now you can write your own HTML5 application because Node.js and Git is already installed. I'll just show you. Let's quickly go through step number 2, where step number 1, we have made the setup ready. Step number 2, we are going to create a new HTML5 application. Click File, go to Categories, select HTML5. In the project, select HTML5 application, and it allows you to create an HTML5 application with as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Click Next and give the name for your application. You need to follow the naming guidelines as given in my assignment. So I'm going to use here my project name as assignment 2.1. You can give the name according to the guidelines given in the assignment. So click Next, and site template is asking for you to select a site template. As we are going to work with AngularJS, so we'll download our online template, AngularJS seed, which allows me to, this template allows me to create AngularJS projects. So I'm going to click Next, and most of the time, you see everything is selected here. It selected all the required files as per the AngularJS seed, and we are ready. We can just finish the job and correct, and you are all set. So the assignment is created. Now what I can recommend is you right click on it and you can say install npm. I think this much you need to do, and it will start the installation. Let me close the other windows. It will install, and I think the installation of npm is complete for my application. Here it's still doing it, but however, when you right click after selecting this option npm install, you can go to again right click upon your project name and select resolve project problems, and npm is now available. It's not missing anymore. Still bower is missing, so no problem, we can resolve that later on. What I'll just recommend next is the research portfolio client, which I had provided in AngularJS module 2 on Blackboard, which you will already open it in your netbeans. Expand it. Inside site root there is bower components. You just right click this bower components and copy it, and go to your site root, right click and paste it there. Correct. So once you're just paste it in your application, correct? So whatever you need is, and all Angular related files are available. Angular.js is required, Angular.resource is required for working with the REST functionality, and Angular.root is required for working with the multiple views in your application, multiple views and routing, which I still not covered in the class, but I'll be covering in the next week. But right now, to work with the REST functionality related to our assignment 2, you require this Angular resource.js and Angular.js. So simply copy the bower components from my application and your setup is ready, and you can start working with the assignment, correct? So simple. I hope you understood. And now you can work with, your template is ready. You can start working with assignment 2 as per the PPT, right, which is provided in an AngularJS module 2 package, or as per my session, which is available on Eco Center. Thank you, friends. You can see here the yellow color button has been resolved because the installation has been completed, right? And your application is ready to run. However, it is an anti-application. You need to still create your HTML template in this application.